Just a heads up, I want to help you succeed at this in class, but if you don't have the advanced toolbar and the control bar up here and your workspace set up, we're going to have a discussion about that. So let's avoid that. In the Actions panel, we have, yours may open up like this. We have the isometric scope cuts. And if you click this downward facing arrow, well, then you got to open this up again. And you say, what is all this stuff? Well, let's open up, excuse me, the cube. Use global color. Let's see what's going to happen. And these are all the steps that I took students through in how to build this. Now, do you really want to learn how to do all this? And some of you, the answer is, yeah, I want to learn how to use it. Okay, so you can reconstruct this by looking at these. But easier, let's just use them for right now. We can talk about build-in actions later. We can select actions and play them from here, but it's going to be a lot easier to go up to the hamburger menu and switch to button mode. Now, button mode just means that clicking on one of these is going to execute the action. It's going to just play that action and everything's going to work. Now, the cube, notice it says use global color. Now, this will work without a global color, but I have ulterior motives for introducing this. There's a reason for this, and there's always multiple ways to achieve different things in Illustrator. But right now, in the default swatches, window swatches, if you don't have it there, down here is this little folder with web colors. We're going to use these, and we're going to just click on this orange, but see how we have a stroke right now? I want no stroke. It says use global color, but it doesn't say no stroke. Maybe it should have said that. And can you make isometric objects with a stroke? Yes, but it depends on where you place that stroke, and we'll talk about that another time. For right now, we want to keep this simple, but see this right here, and right here, and right here? None of these are global colors. I'm going to pull this swatch, and again, there's multiple ways to do it. I'm going to pull it down here and double click on it, and then click this global button. And notice I'm in RGB. If you're not in RGB mode, see, RGB, if you're in CMYK, start over. Do this right. So with global selected, we click OK, and you look right here, looks the same, but look at this. See this little triangle right there? And look up here. See that triangle? Look, no stroke. That's a global color. And there's all kinds of benefits to that, but that's another conversation. So with no stroke and a global color selected, click on cube. Watch, it's going to happen right about here. Okay, click on cube. Oh, it happens. Oh, and I'm so glad it messed up. Every once in a while this happens. And if this happens, and it only happens at the beginning, just select it and delete it and play it again and it'll work just fine. I'm so glad that happened. So now I'm going to zoom in. I hit spacebar for the hand tool, command key with the spacebar, click and drag, and we can bring this out so we can see what's going on. Now I'm going to select this again and delete it. And once again, click on that. And you can see this play out. And if you deselect, it looks like a hexagon. And it is a perfect hexagon. But this hexagon is made of 3 different faces. And these 3 faces are the top, left side, and right side. Or you can designate one of these the front, side, and top. But this is an isometric cube. But it looks like a hexagon because we need to change the color of 2 of the sides. Actually, we're going to change all 3 sides. And let me explain the rationale for that next. But just make sure that you played this out, that you have a global color, and you can check right here for that and right here, and you're playing this out in RGB.